Jason motion into the bow. Man, wow.
They didn't listen to James.
No, Zaire Franklin came in and met.
Love, pressure coming. He's in trouble. He lost the football. Scooped up by Tampa Bay.
Chappie's thrown for 220 and 3 touchdowns. 3rd and 7. Hanging in, but not for long. Cam Hayward.
But by the time he finished, he was a game changer. Because people wanted all their quarterbacks to look like him.
Brissett from McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Throw it in the perfect spot, 29 yards.
Yeah, Donovan Wilson has come out for Dallas. He was injured during that break. Here's Cook, breaking tackle, still on his feet. James Cook diving inside the 5, and he's down to the 1. Here's Deion Dawkins. Look at what he's doing at the end of this play.
Every offensive line coach.
They put a second back on the clock. 13 ticks left. They're going for it all with A.J. Brown. Catch is made by Seattle for the interception. Julian Love again.
Lawrence to the air. Robinson the block. Moving up. Going deep. He's got him. He's got Ridley. That is 6. What a throw. Touchdown Jaguars.
Play clock dwindling down. He'll get it off. Young being tracked down. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by Wonnum. DJ Wonnum rumbling inside the 20. He'll go all the way to the house.
For the Giant 14. Rodgers with the fade for Wilson in the touchdown.
To my point.
121 yards and penalties for Seattle today. They hand it off to Atwell. He flips it back to Stafford. Can he get a pass off down the field? And it is intercepted by Rick Woolen.
Push here in the center with everybody, or we can move it to the outside, and I'll just do it.
Here's the deep ball. Got hit as he let it go. Oh, Devontae Smith. What a catch.
Looking to correct that today. Again, it is Walker, and again, he is stopped short.
Leaving the field here, 2nd and 6. Back to Algier. Another gaping hole and a first down to the 25. And then there's 87 at tight end. 2nd down to 10, and Mahomes gets plastered by Hassan Reddick.
Darren Waller in his first play. Missed the last 5 games due to injury. DeVito rolling right. Now he throws, and Barkley makes the catch along the sideline. A spectacular catch by Saquon Barkley.
Phenomenal catch by Saquon. One-handed, grips it onto his pads, gets the first down. Tremendous play.
Rachaad White cuts back and has a first down plus. Delivers the hit.
Aaron Stinney, they do a great job on the double team. Cade Otton, number 88, he blocks us out. You see then that running lane, and we've seen Chris Godwin. He's got
Forcing tight windows to throw the football in.
2nd and 9. Gino to the end zone. He's got Metcalf down there. One-handed grab. Was he in? No signal yet.
DK Metcalf gets both feet in. The question is, when does he have full possession? Now that's a touchdown.
He's dragging the feet. That's going to be a touchdown.
4th and 3. Chargers brings 5. Agent in the middle. And it is intercepted. Derwin James, after the contact, comes away with the pick and goes out of bounds.
He'll just get it off. 4-man rush. Dobbs hit as he throws. Ball is out. Commanders have it. It's Payne on top of it. It was knocked out by Sweat.
Cousins, end zone, Addison, touchdown. Blitz off the edge. Cousins throws, and it's taken away by Addison for the touchdown.
1st and 10. Gibbs was in motion. Outside it goes. Laporta gets by Josie Jewell to the pylon.
They took him in the first round out of Utah. Here's the 3rd and 11. Cook. Nice piece of tackling. That was Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Kua in motion. The handoff. Williams. Burst of speed. Into the secondary. He's gone for a Rams touchdown.
That hopefully we can hold it like 10 or less, not 25 yards. Here's the 3rd and 7. And the ball comes out. It's stripped out of the hands and recovered by Cincinnati.
You have to account for. And this happened last week. Morris giving up too much pressure
to match. Realistically, need at least 25 yards. Love. Pressure up the middle. Runs away. Throws across his body. And that is picked. 49ers have it. Greenlaw. Still up. He needs to get down. Greenlaw still on his feet.
He's got to go down.
Just go down and the game's over. San Francisco.
I think they're going to hand it off. Instead, they're going to throw it up.
Justin Herbert going deep. He's looking for Palmer. He's got the ball. And that's the ball game.
Falcons coming after Carr. Picked up. Picked off. Jesse Bates. He's got a shot. Bates to midfield, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. No question. Pick 6. No flags.
Really has done a nice job of letting those linebackers run free and make plays on the ball.
See Simmons again lined up offensive backfield. They're going to throw to him. Simmons makes the catch. And he's in. Garrett Wilson. Wow! What a catch! Touchdown, Jets! Right hand out there. And then concentrate and reel it in is incredible.
Another red zone opportunity. Play clock down. They will wind as much as they can. Singletary makes the cut. Singletary, touchdown.
And there is a big gap right here that Singletary is going to exploit. Good block by Tunsil on the inside move by
3rd and 7. Blitz coming. Walker has it blocked. Lofting far sideline. Cooper. Oh, what a catch!
And get turned.
Stafford launching. He's got Kupp. Cooper Kupp makes the grab into field goal range.
2nd and 10. Browning flushed and gets nailed. And boy, do I mean nailed by Danielle Hunter back at the 20. 3rd and 1. It is Mostert. First down and then some. Breaks the tackle. Mostert inside the 15. Raheem Mostert having a career year. Gardner Johnson in for Joseph, who leaves. Here's Purdy with a lot of time. Steps into one. Launching deep. Going for Brandon Ayuk. It is. Oh, he caught it off the ricochet.
Hit him right in the face mask. And then, man, give credit there to Brandon Ayuk just staying with the play. And
Kansas City wants to go up 2 scores.
Here's the toss. It's Hardman. And Hardman is stopped just short. Hey, the ball went through the end zone.
Oh, my gosh.
Poyer does a great job of knocking that ball loose from Hardman right before the hip hit.
Too shy of the 49ers franchise record set by the great Jerry Rice in the house tonight. Here's another pick. That's Patrick Queen. And Queen will not go down until he gets inside the 10.
By Morstead, Dolphins begin at their own 40. Going deep. Going deep. Right there! What a perfect pass and play. And the touchdown to Jalen Waddle. 1 second to snap it. Simeon does on 3rd and 13. Ball stripped out of his hands and swallowed up right away by Bradley Chubb.
Sealer, Wilkins, Van Ginkel, team effort. But today, Bradley Chubb has really shown up.
About as healthy as you can be this late in the season. Trying to make it last. Lawrence in trouble. Got away from a sack. Will not get away from Matabike. The ball comes out right around the ball.
He's going to try and raise up, but that ball is well out before there's any forward motion at all with his arm.
Good explanation by Gene. Good shot by Jim Cornell. 1st and 10. Miami's ball. Mostert getting a block from Hill. He explodes and spins
Devin Rader in motion. Play action. Tannehill looking deep. Pump fakes, and down he goes. He took a big shot from Bobby Wagner.
Miami brings 4. Allen in trouble. Lost the football. Is taken away from him. Christian Wilkins going in for the sack.
Is what's creating the havoc now for Josh Allen.
What a play. What a play.
4th and 22. Mahomes getting away from Benito and then just heaving it downfield, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. 5th time he's gotten Mahomes in his career.
Like the Bills are. 3rd and 9, blitz coming. Allen sees it, steps away, says go over there to, oh, Diggs! Are you serious? One-hander and a first down.
Like sticking your left hand out and palming a ball in a driving rainstorm. That's pretty impressive, and you're seeing the two guys who've carried this.
With the Saints and the Bucks in that three-way tie. There's Bijan Robinson, and he lost the football. It belongs to Carolina inside the Atlanta 25. Troy Hill knocked it free. Brian Burns has it. 90 seconds left. 2nd down and 8. Does Josh Dobbs have a playmaker out there? He pumps and he runs right into a sack, and big Jonathan Allen didn't have to do a whole lot. He just put his body in the way.
You see the numbers in this pass protection the last couple of years. Lipke, the fullback, leads. Pollard bounces. The Cowboys score again.
And watch him secure this edge and just allow. There's nothing better as a running back than when you just sort of get the jog into the end zone.
Wilson looking down the field, and it is intercepted. Pat Surtain.
3rd down and 4. Herbert floats it. Allen, what a catch! That catch, it was way over his head, and to spin, grab it with one hand, secure it, go into the ground, that's as good as it gets.
He's at or near the top of their list.
Blitz coming. Goff can't find anyone. Steps away, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Packers brought the heat that time, and maybe not. Ball's going to be returned, just in case, by Jonathan Owens. That's what you do. Instead of an incomplete, it's a fumble. Jonathan Owens, alert, picks it up, says, I'm going to run this in from 27 yards out.
Henry looking to throw it. Wide open. Touchdown. Okonkwo.
2nd down. Good protection. Downfield. Williams got it. Jamison Williams to the 15.
Fields with Hutchinson coming. That ball is out. Darnell Wright kicks it in back of the end zone. 2 points for Detroit with 21 seconds left.
3rd and 6. Pressure's coming. Cousins is decked. The ball is out. And the Buccaneers have it. Antoine Winfield Jr. comes away with it.
On 1st down, Burrow with time, looking deep, looking for Chase. He's got it, and Jamar Chase on the deep ball for the touchdown.
Tyson in trouble, and the ball comes out. Bajan fumbles. It's still loose. Werner scoops it up for the Saints.
Mario Davis, a name we haven't called much today, but a guy who's been a staple for this New Orleans Saints defense for a long time.
3 wide receivers set on 2nd down. Pass deflected, picked off, and taken in for a touchdown by Kyle Hamilton.
Puka will be the first option for Matthew Stafford.
3rd down and 4. Stafford throws. There he is. Nakua to the end zone. Rams win.
On 2nd down. Hurts again with all day. Loaded up, going deep for Quez Watkins. And it's incomplete.
Amador Lenore to go inside, but watch this matchup. We're going to watch it all day. Lane Johnson, all pro.
Go to work, and he did. They had a great game plan.
Second and 16. O'Connell's throw. Adams one-handed catch. Wow. Use the right.
Well, a lot of times these guys that can catch the football like this, you almost use that left arm.
Williams had a block and Brown had a block. The two tackles go and deep. He's got him. Chase at the 20. You can kiss him goodbye.
Going that way. Can Hill pull it in? He cannot. Sauce Gardner covering on the plays.
Second down and 7. Robinson brought down to the end zone for a Jet safety.
Watch Quentin Williams as he penetrates. They had no chance. Look at how quickly he gets in the backfield. He blows it up.
His third down unfolds.
Tagovailoa, Hunt the block. Tua on the move, going deep, speed race. He's got Hill. He's got Hill. He beat James. Rajacoma is in the backfield. And they go to the end zone and caught. Hill, touchdown! Touchdown!
From the 25, this is Boyd. That's behind the line of scrimmage. He's looking to throw, and he throws a pick. Intercepted by Josh Allen.
Which was in motion. Love retreats, puts it up for grabs. Romeo Dobbs hangs on at the 11.
Stafford off play action, steps up, floats one. Nakua, diving grab. Puka Nakua, another highlight play.
Broncos need about 20 yards to make it a 60-yard attempt. Wilson lost the football. Rolling towards the sideline. Picked up by the Jets. It's Hall.
Here it is, untouched. It knocks the ball away. It's amazing.
What a play by Quincy.
Second and 10.
There it is. This is history. If Bland can take it the distance, this will be the record. Bland for the 5th time has a pick 6. It's never happened.
Purdy pressure, throws over the middle, caught by Samuel, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and speed now. Samuel racing to the end zone, and he dives, and he's in.
In the backfield is 2nd and 25. O'Connell, here comes Mack. Number 6. Khalil Mack.
You don't have to be crazy risky. If it's not there, live to fight on the next one.
Purdy trying to live for the next one from 10 yards behind a line of scrimmage. Lofts it. Oh, there's Kittle. The catch this time for the first down.
The hand to the face really wasn't even a situation.
Jags empty it out here. And Lawrence is going to get sacked for the 3rd time, and it's Chase Young and Nick Bosa together. Blitz coming. Oh, what a catch by Evans, and he stays up.
Like this, these are the types of plays. It's a great catch. That.
2nd down and 10. Good time. Going deep. Looking for Tucker. Intercepted. Another one for Ramsey.
He does. Love the sacks. They rush 4, and they get home.
5 in the secondary for the Broncos. Here they come with 5. There's the catch. A touchdown by St. Brown. Head over heels for 6.
Second and 7. Gibbs coming to the left. Got a terrific block to Springham. Almost going a long way.
Panay Sewell, the last game they kicked this guy out. Now they're going to circle him and get their speed back that they didn't have the last time they played.
40 seconds to go. Hurts firing for the end zone and a one-handed attempt. Oh my goodness!
Attack the ball in the air, just the right hand, bring it back into the body, snatch it out of the air. Oh, goodness. And now, can they win it? Stroud to the end zone. Touchdown! Tank Dell!
C.J. Stroud. The 2-minute warning. It was right there. Tagovailoa intercepted. Picked up by Roquan Smith for Baltimore. Stiff arm. And forced out of bounds in their haste.
He would have been walking into the end zone for a touchdown.
Third down at 27. Mullins fires.
Wow.
Jefferson, whoa! What a catch!
Been calling him the best wide receiver in the NFL. Goes up over 2 defenders. Kenny, they are doubling him. The only person that can make a play.
Here's 2nd and 11 for the Eagles, trailing by 14. Hurts, Parsons pressure. Parsons with the sack. Micah Parsons took on 2 and got there.
Now 3rd down and 13. Blitz coming. Prescott able to get out of the end zone. And now airs it out for Lamb. He's got it. He's gone. When he gets there, it's a touchdown, Cowboys.
This would be a backbreaker for Buffalo fans, and this would be the pedigree of championship teams.
There goes Hurts. Hurts to the end zone, and the Eagles have won it in overtime.
We've got to just get him on the ground.
2nd down and short here. Purdy has one-on-one. George Kittle, goodbye! Heave-ho and a touchdown!
They're going to need to show up big today to keep this Dallas offense at bay.
That's Ferguson in motion. Pressure on Prescott. Gets rid of it. Lamb. Oh, one-hander. CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, I think this is going to be PI.
Did he even look?
No, I mean, he just stuck.
Josh steps up, and he's going to get the first down. Oh, and there he goes. No one's going to get him. Incredible. Breaks it for the touchdown.
2nd down and 5. 4-man rush. Walker intercepted. Fred Warner. Warner taken down at the 25.
Jones. 5 yards deep, and this is safety. The safety by Crosby. Nichols got to him also.
Then you have a chance to win this game.
Well, last week, Houston did not have a single snap inside the 25. Here's Kansas City from the 19, throwing at the goal line, and it's caught by Kelsey for the touchdown.
That's the first time a tight end has scored on Kyle Hamilton all year. Now, he has not seen the... He's played everyone, all the greats.
Neal showing blitz. Here he comes. Pressure ball out. Picked up. What? Touchdown Steelers.
It is 1st and goal. They did give him the first down at the 2. McCaffrey left side, powering to the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Yeah, we talk about those 2 big guys right there, right? And when they get on that double team, people...
Almost like exactly how you'd want it to do from you. Except for blocking.
Except for blocking. Yeah, we got to build and construct that next. A contract holdout. Look at this force right here.
I mean, this... I thought it was a screen initially.
Minshew from his end zone. Here comes Garrett. Football's loose. Who's got it? Cleveland.
And then a tackle, and it doesn't even matter. Chip, bump, whatever, that's not going to happen. And
can only feel the number of people out there being like, what's going on?
1st and goal. Mahomes flings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City! And they win it by 3 on this touchdown throw to Mecole Hardman, who started the season as a Jet. Jawan Jennings, trick play. Oh, this ball's in the air for a long time. McCaffrey's able to pull it down, and he's going in for the touchdown.
The wider the hole is.
Yes, and Gus Edwards is the definition of a north-south runner, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
From the pocket. Cuts away from Chenal, who's trying to get after him for a second time, but the ball is thrown to the end zone, and it's caught. Flowers with the touchdown.
Second and 1. Tua fakes it, takes the shot downfield for Hill. Got to come back. Tyreek got it inside the 10. Keeps running to the end zone.